Week 11 of the National Football League. And we'll get a look here at DeAndre Hopkins. He had a touchdown last week, the cherry on top of a ton of yardage. It's the Cards and the 49ers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They go play action here on first down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Cards, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell them, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Murray going to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January.
And going for Hamlin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. A tremendous pursuit that time for the middle linebacker position. He had to cover a lot of ground to get in and make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Steps away to his left. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score. And then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And he's got to be seeing ghosts here early on. He's thrown 2 passes. Both have been intercepted. 1 run back for a touchdown. Work to do as they begin 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 57 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to work. 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the game. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards, and a long run there in the end to top it off. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Barkley, inside handoff. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 carries, 82 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
2nd and 13. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. They get to it for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. He juked him. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot with...
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Day is on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Murray's throw complete there to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Murray now. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Murray now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 yards
on the touchdown there. And the Cardinals are back within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up to throw. He still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. First down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, that's That's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll roll him out right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. Ken Walker, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they lead the visiting Saints in that one at halftime. Joe Mixon, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Gabriel Davis, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the 39, Murray throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Has some space here, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 89 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Murray. And he comes back with one complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Murray to air it out again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards have cut it back within a score. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
No gain on the play there. Second down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the belt 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Got a man. That's Ayuk. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That good for 19 and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and moves the sticks.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Got an open man here. It's K.J. Hamler. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again, Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a give to Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 receptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
He'll buy some time right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Ray McLeod. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
the touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 39, Murray. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Now Murray again. Looking sideline, incomplete. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go. If you're not
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. Oh, what a move. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. A first down carry for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking up one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing now is Murray. Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A handoff to Barkley. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. He's going to let it fly. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the outside line. And says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Now a hit and a loose football. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for San Francisco, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.
It's Madden NFL 23. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp, third in the league in catches this season, and ready for more this week. It's the Rams and the Niners on Sunday night.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gautin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They go play action here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Holding, offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before we wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 58 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll drop the throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. No question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw. He gets this out to Spiller. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 77 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Rams, they're on the move. They've got another first down. Like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive, a nice sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover in the end zone.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And it's complete. He's got him in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Justin Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Barkley hit in the ball, pops free. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Dancing to his left. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 37 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one along. Change of possession here on the punt. And Rams offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
The 49ers have Richie James back deep.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Niners at 6-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now back to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, you have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, 30 yards. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive. They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
James now to return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
He's got a man complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. If you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visitors from the north, the Vikings, who were able to get the road victory. Dalvin Cook, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Drake London, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple. They're going to look to throw.
crossing route complete to Ross. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have retaken a third-quarter lead. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but
yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown, And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Now Saquon Barkley. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have taken the lead here this third quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
That'll be caught by Cup. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Here's James returning.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now it's Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Sliding out of the pocket. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Rams are right back in this football game.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Gay is on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to throw here. His throw incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And a short gain here down to the 22. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 more there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run with Barkley. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Barkley, inside handoff. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. So the victory here for San Francisco, and a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Niners, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7 and 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the L.A. Chargers. Meanwhile, for L.A., their luck may have run out as they fall to 4 and 7 now in the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.